r/rules horror. Posted by u/able competition 9808. The Motel Guide. After your house burnt down, you and your family needed a place to stay. None of your relatives could take you, and so your family decided to rent a room in a motel. As expected, it is a cheap but okay motel to the naked eye, but you'll be wishing you died in the house fire when you walk in. To try and survive this, I've made a set of rules. Follow them and your survival is mostly guaranteed. Good luck. 1. Behavior. Be nice to the staff and to any other guests you might find. They might seem odd at first, but resist the urge to ask where the rest of their bodies are, or you'll end up like them. If you compliment them, they might give you a pocket knife. Not the sharpest, but it might come in handy. And if you're lucky enough to see the janitor, befriend him as quickly as possible. He might be the reason you survive. If you do ask about their bodies, follow Rule 1B. 1B. If you need this, be quick. Once you asked about their bodies, they will soon become self-conscious. Their screams will be almost paralyzing and their cries for help will sound like they're dying. Once this happens, run to your room in the motel and hide in the closet for 2 hours. Pray to whatever God you believe in, because every minute the screams will appear closer and closer until they're right outside the closet. Never make a sound and never open the closet until the screams go away. Once they do go away, you're free to come out and the staff member will have forgotten everything. Do not open the closet door while the screams continue, or that'll be the last time you do anything. 2. Curfew. Stay in your room past 10:30 p.m. There will be familiar voices like your mother's calling you to come out. Resist the urge and go back to bed and sleep. If you can't sleep, just try to ignore the requests that'll soon turn into screams. If you open the door, run out of the motel as soon as possible and pray they aren't following you. 3. Breakfast. There'll be a dining room at the main floor where you can get breakfast and breakfast only. It is open from 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Never go before or past those hours or you might become the breakfast. Everything is safe to eat and drink, and the pancakes are actually pretty good, but by all means, never try the sausage unless you enjoy eating the meat of other guests. 4. Vending machines. They'll be scattered all over the motel, and are a safe way to get food. They'll always look just about to be emptied when you go to get some food, but every time you turn around they'll restock with a different selection of items for you. The soda vending machine is the best because it has a drink that'll help you fall asleep quicker. Just never drink it in the day or you'll be an easy target for them. The last day. If you manage to survive all the way to the last night in the motel, good job. You'll only have to survive the worst day of them all. 5. The last meal. In the morning of your last day in the motel, do not eat any breakfast items other than the sausages. I know I said not to, but by this time they will realize you know about them, so they'll change every other food item to contain anything between a human brain to feces, but will make the sausages out of regular animal meat. 6. Rooms. For some reason, the last day all the rooms will be the same number, 598, regardless of the floor they're in. You better have good memory of where your actual room is, because if you enter a different room, you'll be disemboweled in less than a minute. 7. Nighttime. When night approaches, stay out of your room. They will know where to look now, so you need to find a new hiding spot. The surveillance room is the best, since it lets you see where they are, but any other good hiding spot can do. 8. Safety. If you were spotted the final night, run. Keep as much distance in between you and the staff chasing you, and use any obstacles available to make it harder for them to catch up to you. If you think you lost them and can rest for a bit, keep running. They're sneaky and will not stop chasing you until they've got their hands on you. 9. Janitor. Remember I told you to befriend him? Well, you better have. If worst comes to worst and the staff has cornered you, call the janitor by yelling janitor over and over until he finds you. He'll catch whatever staff was after you and will put them in a garbage bag to take them to the incinerator to end them. After that, make sure you thank and smile at him. You should never call out for his help unless the staff has you cornered, because if you do, he'll incinerate you instead. 10. The end. Congratulations, you survived this living hell. When you go to the reception, you'll notice everything will be back to normal. The staff will be made up of regular people, and the food will all be made of what it would be supposed to. You may find the janitor once again, and if you do, make sure to give him a compliment. You won't die if you don't, but it wouldn't hurt to call him good looking. After all, he might have saved your life. Now the last thing you have to worry about is that your family is still your family and not some of the staff disguised. Good luck. Next story of this video. Posted by u/acute triangular. Rules as night watch security guard at Ataraxia Aerospace. Hey man. Thanks for taking this night shift. Not many dare to take it and I don't know why. There is nothing to worry about. On this note is a list of rules you're gonna have to follow. Hope it is worth the extra $5 an hour. 1. Be mindful that you are not the only person on the night shift. Please be friendly with your fellow employees, not all of them are human. 2. Other employees have different jobs to follow, do not interact with other employees unless you are talked to first. 3. Show up at 9:45 p.m. and go to your designated security room. If you are late, do not enter. If you show up after this time, this list of rules is rendered obsolete. Entering means certain death. If you see a figure inside your room, refer to 3A. 3A. If someone is inside your security room, quietly enter the room and lock the door behind you. It will not notice. Take the gun from the compartment next to the fire extinguisher on the left of the door and shoot it. The body will immediately disappear. If the body does not, refer to 3B. 3B. Should the body not disappear, exit the room, head over to the computer stations and turn any one of them on. Once opened, run the file realworld.exe. It should be the first desktop shortcut. This will bring you back into reality, where you will be back into the security room, with the body gone. Failure to do this within 10 minutes will trap you in this false reality. Should realworld.exe not be on the desktop, refer to 3C. 3C. If realworld.exe is not on the desktop, drag the body outside the security room and offer it as a sacrifice. Though this is only recommended to be used as a last resort, as the chance it will be taken instead of you is 50%. If your sacrifice is accepted and you are not taken instead, you will be flung back into reality. 4. At 10 p.m., you will have to start checking cameras. If you see a shadowy figure in the corner of any of them, close the monitor and wait 5 minutes. It will disappear after that. Watch closely. If you don't notice it fast enough, it will move closer. Refer to 4B if this happens. 4B. You will now need to quickly check all of the cameras until you find it again. This time though, take the gun in the compartment next to the fire extinguisher and head over to the area where the figure was. There will be an employee there. Shoot the employee. It is impersonating as one. Then return back. If you are unable to find the shadowy figure in time, you will be killed. 5. After checking the cameras, you will start to hear a loud screaming noise. This will happen at exactly 12 a.m., so you will have some time to rest until this event. Note that this is the hardest part of the shift. An entity named Ataraxiakitnit, now will be referred to as Atar for the rest of the list, will now be roaming the facility until 3 a.m. It is physically impossible to identify the difference between Atar and a normal employee, until it is ready to hunt. After the scream happens, it will be easy to identify Atar because it will not take the form of any human. Atar always knows your location and cannot be affected with physical attacks. The scream marks the start of the game. We currently do not know why Atar does not kill if you while being fully capable of if you follow this special subcategory of rules. If you are caught by Atar, you will be tortured before your death. Any attempts to smash Ataraxiakitnit will be met with a quick death. Many fail at this because Atar is very hot, trust me bro. Subcategory, 4 hours. 1. If you hear a clicking noise coming from above you, do not look up. It is a trick. 2. Atar tries to trick people. The closer the clicking sound the further you actually are, and vice versa. Use this to your advantage, although Atar does not always abide by this. 3. Nobody has done this yet, but do not attempt to anger Atar, for example using a gun to shoot Atar without looking up when you hear a clicking noise from above you. Angering Atar results with the game being ended and you dying. 4. The other employees are also participating in this game, help each other. Encountering another employee renders Rule 2 obsolete. You can interact with the other employees. The ones that aren't human disappear during this time. 5. Occasionally, special events happen throughout the game, but these are very rare. You will know when one happens when a scream occurs. 5A. Scenario 1, 5A. The scream is high-pitched. This happens when the group of employees you are with is larger than 5, a random one will be replaced with Atar, and you will have to find out which is Atar. Failing to find Atar on your first and only guess will result in the person being replaced dying. This can be avoided by traveling with groups of under 5 people. 5B. Scenario 2, 5B. The scream is low-pitched. You will be teleported to a long hallway in which you will be chased by Atar. This will result in you having to run down the hallway. Check the doors for a green handle. Finding one of these is the exit. Enter it and you will escape. If you escape, you will be rewarded with the game ending early. The time will magically become 3 a.m. 6. It is possible to befriend a tar, but we do not know how yet. Do not attempt this as it almost certainly means death. Leaving subcategory. 6. After 3 a.m., you are safe. Make sure there are no intruders until 6 a.m., when your shift is over. Good luck. A tar is watching. A tar knows the existence of these rules. A tar is listening.